Hi there! Who is it?
Hi there, Ivy. It's Charlotte. I came up here as soon as I finished work like you asked me to.
Oh, hello, Charlotte. Just wait 1 second and I'll open the door for you. Come on in.
Oh, no, I'm okay, thank you. I have to do some cleaning and then I've got some work stuff to deal with this evening, so I can't stay, I'm afraid.
It's already 7:40. Don't you need to eat dinner anyway?
Well, yes, but I always just have something small for dinner. I'm an eat like a queen for breakfast and eat like a beggar for dinner kind of person.
Oh, we can't have that. Look at how thin you are. I'm sure you mustn't be eating properly. Your parents back in your hometown must be so worried about you. I'm sure you're eating nothing but the bare minimum to keep you functioning, and we can't have that now, can we?
Oh, honestly, it's fine.
I insist. You'll be making me more upset if you don't come in. I've made a huge pot of stew because both of my sons were meant to be eating with me, but both of them said they have plans and went to have dinner outside all of a sudden. There's no way I could finish it all by myself, so it would just go to waste otherwise.
As I said, I really don't eat that much for dinner.
You'd better not be skipping dinner entirely. You spend all day working hard. You deserve to reward yourself with a hearty meal at the end of it all. Women should make sure their hips are nice and rounded, ready to push their babies out. You certainly need a little extra meat on your bones.
How about you call Amy, who lives in apartment 202 just across the hall from me? Like I said, I eat a lot at breakfast and also at lunch, which is why I never normally eat that much for dinner.
Call Amy? No, thank you. Just thinking about that ridiculous girl makes me shudder. Hearing that vacuous laugh of hers is enough to make every single hair on my body stand on end. All that spiritual stuff she's into is just weird. It gives me the creeps. It's like she fancies herself as some kind of witch.
Yeah, she does seem to be really into tarot cards and things like that. But she seems to be doing pretty well with her work. She runs a Pilates studio in the fanciest area of town, and I hear her students pay a pretty penny for her classes.
Yes, I did hear that she does whatever it's called, which I suppose accounts for how healthy she is. She has a lot of energy. Too much energy, if you ask me. You know, the other week, my youngest son got so drunk that he couldn't even walk home, so we called a taxi and he couldn't even get out once we arrived home. Even the combined efforts of both me and the taxi driver couldn't get him out. And Amy happened to be passing by at that moment, so she offered to help us. Then do you know what she did? She carried that son of mine, a fully grown man, on her back all the way up to our apartment. That's how strong she is. It's terrifying.
Wow, I knew she was in good shape, but I had no idea that she was that strong.
So that's why I won't be asking Amy to join me for dinner. Are you really not going to come in?
I'm sorry, Ivy. I really can't tonight.
Then wait there a second. I'll put some in a Tupperware container for you and you can have it for breakfast or lunch tomorrow.
Oh, there's really no need to go to all those efforts for me. I'm fine, really.
You really are such a lovely girl, you know, Charlotte. You're so kind and mild-mannered, and you've never once come in drunk making a racket all around the building. You always separate your trash properly and recycle everything that can be recycled. And as far as I can tell, you're very frugal with your money and you don't go around spending it on unnecessary luxuries.
Even if she is the landlady, I find it a little disconcerting that she watches how everyone sorts their trash. And she keeps asking me to come to her house and eat with her even though I keep refusing. It makes me so uncomfortable. But I'm dating her son and I'm hoping to get married to him fairly soon. So I need to maintain a good relationship with her if she's going to be my mother-in-law. Should I ask for more pickles?
Oh no, it's fine. Crisp and sweetly tart. A cucumber is more of a pickle than just a cucumber. And there are plenty of cucumbers on this pizza. So that will do me nicely.
Honey, do you not think that there's a problem with the food we keep eating when we go out on dates?
I don't think so. What makes you say that? This is really tasty. A pizza and cola combo really is the best. Are you really just going to eat one slice?
You know that I don't really like eating that much for dinner. And you need to slow down with the cola. How many refills have you had now? It's really sugary and it's not good for you at all. Honey, whenever we go on dates, it's always pizza or chicken or burgers or hot dogs. We're not getting out of this junk food hole.
Can you please just be a little more understanding? You know why I'm like this.
Well, I know that you have the taste buds of an elementary schooler. And I also know that your mom never let you eat this kind of stuff at home. It always has to be her home cooking. It's really ridiculous sometimes. We're not little kids, and it's only because I like that kind of food that I even consider this kind of okay.
Anyway, we were discussing something way more important than this. So stop trying to change the subject.
Stop being so forceful. I need some time to think about it.
Our combined salaries are more than enough to start the rest of our lives together, don't you think? What's the problem? Don't you want to get married?
You know that getting a house together is the problem. We need to live somewhere fairly central in order to not have too much of a long commute to work. But you know what the house prices in the city are like these days.
Then why don't we just move into a bigger place in my mom's building? You live there anyway, and there's another free apartment on the second floor nearby to your current place. She would let us have it for free. And then you don't have to move your stuff very far at all.
I told you that I don't want to do that.
I really don't understand. Why are you passing up the opportunity to get a free house?
But don't you see that will be barely any different to moving in with your mom directly?
But what's the problem with that? My mom really likes you. You know my mom's personality. She's not going to give you a hard time.
You know exactly what the problem is. I know that she's a neighborhood favorite because of her personality. And I know that she really likes me. It's just...
It's just... What? Just say it already.
Well, no matter how nice she is, a mother-in-law is still a mother-in-law. I really think that maintaining a little distance between you and your in-laws is always a good idea. I would feel really uncomfortable living directly under my mother-in-law.
Well, we would be living in the same building as her, but we would be in a different apartment, so we would have our privacy. We won't even be on the same floor as her. And we both head out to work early in the morning and come home late in the evening. So it's not like we're going to be constantly bumping into her.
But what about the weekends? 2 out of 7 days a week are the weekend, you know?
Well, I suppose there's no avoiding her at the weekends. But most people go and see their in-laws at least twice a month, no matter how far away it is they're living.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but most people I know don't see their in-laws that often.
Well, I've heard a few coworkers say that. Anyway, saving money is the most important thing for us right now. My mom is the landlady of a 3-floor apartment building, and we might as well take advantage of that now. She's not even 60 yet, so she's likely going to be with us for many more years to come. So it's not like we'll be able to inherit any of her property or wealth anytime soon. And when we do, we'll most likely have to split it with my brother. If we're going to have to get a place together anyway, we might as well choose the option that saves us the most money. I know you want to move somewhere a little bigger when we have kids, so this will give us a few more years to save for that. As you said, house prices are through the roof these days.
I guess you're right. And we really should move in together soon, because the money we spend on going on dates outside really adds up as well. We are planning on getting married anyway, so I suppose there's no point in putting it off any longer.
Exactly. I think the sooner we get married, the better. Why are you not saying anything? Do you perhaps feel like your feelings are not quite at the level that you want to marry me yet? Do you feel like you're not quite ready to live with me yet? Is that it?
No, that's not it at all. You know I love you. I want to marry you and I want to live with you for the rest of my life.
Well, if you say so, then I believe you. I'm certainly sure that you're the love of my life, and I will never have eyes for another woman for the rest of my years. I'm going to aim for a big promotion at work so I can provide the best life possible for us. You know that I'm pretty good at my job, and I could even become one of the execs within the year. I'm not sure what more reassurance I can give you.
There's really no need for you to keep trying to persuade me.
Let's head home after we finish this, and then you can have a long, hard think about it in peace. Come on, honey. Let's just move in together already. I want to be with you all the time. And we can do it all the more faster if we just go ahead and live in my mom's building.
Could I please get some pills to help with indigestion?
Are you struggling with indigestion?
Yes, foods with too much flour in them give me terrible indigestion. My fiancé insisted on going to eat a family-sized pizza again.
So why eat it and make him worried about you if you don't like it? That will just make you more stressed in the long run.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
I heard you two have been together for 3 years already now. Even if you were dating in secret behind your parents' backs, you might as well just get on with it and get married already, you know. Neither of you are getting any younger. But let me give you a piece of advice. Woman to woman, when your fiancé is eager, pretend not to notice. Traditionally, in marriage and dating, it should be the man who takes the initiative. You should keep him on tenterhooks for as long as you can before caving in.
Well, I suppose Joel's mom has been gossiping around the neighborhood again. I can't believe her.
You are lucky to have such a nice mother-in-law, you know. It's not often you'll find a mother-in-law who likes you as much as yours does. She's a really likable person. Do you see that Tupperware full of homemade cookies over there? Your mother-in-law brought them over for me earlier. Isn't she just the nicest lady around?
I think you should just go for it, you know, Charlotte.
Go for it.
Yeah, moving in with your fiancé in our building. I don't see what's holding you back. You're not getting any younger, and you're both really into each other. He's already declared that he wants to spend the rest of his life with you, right? If I were in your situation, I wouldn't be hesitating about anything. I'm so jealous of you, you know.
Why?
Are things not going well with Kieran? He doesn't listen to a thing I say.
To be honest, I don't really understand what you see in him. He's a little too naive and innocent. The complete opposite to his brother. I guess that's why I chose the older brother and not the younger one.
The Kieran's naivete and innocence are some of the things I like about him. He's just such a precious little baby. I want to squish his cheeks every time I see him. He's so adorable, I just might die. I could just eat him all up in one bite. I'm just getting all worked up because he doesn't seem to be giving in to my charms as easily as I thought.
Well, I guess you'll just have to keep trying. So you better extend your lease so you can stick around a little longer. Judging from all the messages I just got through from Ivy, it must be 5:40 p.m. She's never a second late. It's actually quite scary how punctual she is. Charlotte, when you finish work, make sure you come up to my apartment. I made the pot stickers that I know you really like. I also made a nice pot of soup and I'm also baking a cake.
Oh, you really didn't need to go to all that effort for me. Don't tell me you made the cake from scratch.
Well, I remembered how much you said you liked the blueberry cheesecake when we went to that cafe before, so I decided to give you a little treat today.
You should have just got some frozen ones from the store. There really was no need.
Well, mine will be much tastier and much healthier than the frozen ones. The texture and smell of the frozen ones are always a little weird. Homemade is always the best. And besides, you know that Joel has a sensitive stomach and we can't go around feeding him just anything. He will only eat these kinds of things if they are made by me, because I know exactly what ingredients to include.
Ivy, if only you knew that your son was the kind of person who was able to eat a family-sized pizza all to himself without feeling even an ounce of discomfort. His stomach is like a garbage can. You can throw anything in there and he'll basically be fine with it. He's the type of person who would chew on rocks without batting an eyelid. Even so, it makes me feel bad that you went to all of that effort to make so much food. I know how hard they can be to make by hand. Please don't go out of your way like this just for my sake. I don't want your whole day to be taken up by cooking. You know that I am happy with just having a light bite for dinner. I was barely able to touch the stew that you made me yesterday. Oops.
You didn't eat the stew I made you yesterday.
I did. I just wasn't able to finish it because I'm not used to large portions at dinner, that's all. I put it in the refrigerator so I can heat it up again today.
You should have eaten it all while it was still hot. These things are always tastiest while they're fresh. I used some really nice fresh mushrooms in that stew, you know. I wouldn't want them going to waste. I went out to buy them especially for this, you know.
Then I will make sure to eat every single last mushroom. But Ivy, didn't you tell me that you've been having a lot of pain in your shoulders? You shouldn't be spending all day preparing food. You'll just end up making the pain worse. Please don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Well, making food for my son and his lovely wife is never a hardship for me. I'm sure you're not eating properly at work.
Oh, I always make sure to have a hearty lunch. Don't worry.
But where's the fun in just buying food from some cafe or restaurant or convenience store and eating it all by yourself? The fun in eating comes from sharing home-cooked food with others. I see you as another one of my children now, and I really don't want to be denied the opportunity to feed my children. If there's anything in particular you want to eat, just let me know and I will make it for you.
Thank you for saying that, but I'm more than capable of cooking for myself if I'm ever craving something in particular.
Why do you have to be so annoying? I don't know why you feel the need to resist to this extent. To be honest, I don't really like the food you cook. You use too much meat and I don't like the seasonings you like to use. I'm not sure if you can even call the stuff you make food. It's just some kind of random chemical reaction. I have no idea whether my son likes that kind of food or not, but I certainly do not.
I see. Hi, Ivy. I've come to pick up the food.
Oh my goodness! What a mess! What a total mess!
Oh my! What's happened here?
I'm so sorry, Ivy. I'm so sorry.
Since when were we on a first-name basis, young lady? It's Mrs. Gardner to you!
What's going on here, Ivy?
Would you just look at what she's done, Charlotte? She spilled the entire pot of soup and it spread all the way to the other side of the living room. This really is the last thing I need. We're not going to be able to have the soup now.
I really didn't mean to.
Oh, be quiet. The sound of your voice is grating on me.
Look on the bright side. At least the stew that was next to it on the stove didn't spill everywhere. It really would have been a big problem if both pots spilled everywhere.
Do you really have the nerve to say such things to me right now? You expect me to be thankful that my kitchen is only half a mess and my dinner is only half ruined.
Amy, what on earth are you doing here?
She came up to ask about the cost of some maintenance that needs to be done in her apartment. And then she saw that I was making the pot stickers and asked if I would be able to share some with her. I told her that was fine and invited her in, since I think there will definitely be more than enough to go around. But then she ended up making such a colossal mess.
I'll clean it up for you. I'll just grab this cloth over here.
Ah, look what you've gone and done! You've knocked the stew over as well! Get out of my house right now, young lady!
Oh dear, what a fiasco.
Man, I'm stuffed.
There's still loads left over even though we've eaten our fill.
By the way, did something happen at my mom's place earlier?
Don't even talk to me about it. It took your mom and I an hour to clean up between the two of us. We had to take the rug to the dry cleaners too. But if you look on the bright side, it means that we got out of eating the black bean noodles that your mom also wanted to make.
But what happened?
Well, you know Amy from apartment 202.
Are you not going to eat any more, honey?
I'm full already.
You really don't eat that much in the evening, do you? By the way, what are you doing with your head in the refrigerator?
It's a little messy in here, and I think it's time I gave it a deep clean and reorganized things a little.
Why is there so much stuff in there?
Because your mom gives us more food than we can eat every single day, and it ends up accumulating. Obviously, you always eat your fill, but I really don't eat that much in the evenings, so we never manage to finish everything she gives us. Would you be able to eat the rest of this for me?
I'm good, thanks. I can't eat anything too spicy because I grew up on my mom's bland, soggy food.
Earlier, your mom said she doesn't like my choice of seasonings.
Well, you barely put any seasoning in, though.
Exactly. I try to bring out the flavors of the ingredients, so I season lightly.
But I would like it if you used a little more seasoning in your cooking. I like it, though, don't get me wrong. At least it's not like my mom's cooking. Everything ends up being overcooked and bland.
I really do wonder how you managed to survive 33 years of your mom's cooking when you don't like it.
I don't know how I survived my childhood, but since I was in college, I would always just say I was eating in my room and throw it away, or make plans to eat outside.
How about now?
Well, your cooking is much more to my taste, so I mostly just eat at home now. So you can imagine my dismay to come home and realize that we just have my mom's tasteless stews and soups for dinner. I'm going to put some of the stir-fried vegetables you made the other day into the soup just to make it taste like something.
Is it tastier now?
Yeah. Well, at least I know the ingredients my mom uses are nice, since she mostly gets them fresh from the market.
That's one consolation, at least. As expected, like clockwork, here's Ivy to remind me what time it is.
Charlotte! I made homemade crispy chicken. You should come and grab some when you get back from work.
You made crispy chicken from scratch? That must have been really hard to do.
Well, I was worried that you two would be ordering fried chicken all the time, so I decided to make a healthier homemade alternative.
Did you go through the recycling again by any chance and see the boxes from the chicken place?
Well, yes, I admit that is how I found out. It's not like I went into your apartment while you were out or anything like that. So what's the big deal?
Well, that's not really the problem.
From now on, if there's ever anything you specifically want to eat, make sure you tell me, okay? The oil they use at those greasy fried chicken joints is really bad for you, you know. Having a homemade alternative is much better.
I understand. And thank you for thinking about our health. But we probably won't be able to eat your food tonight. Joel is going out to eat dinner with some friends, and I have dinner and drinks with my coworkers tonight. So we're both going to be home late.
How could you do this to me?
I'm sorry, what?
How can you be so thoughtless and so heartless?
I'm really not sure what you're talking about right now.
I call you 5 days a week to tell you I've cooked for you, so you should know that I would be calling today as well. How can you be so rude as to refuse the food I went through so much effort to make for you?
Well,
You knew I was going to cook for you, like I always do. So you should have at least called in advance to tell me that you would be going out this evening. It was very inconsiderate of you not to think to do that, you know.
Well, I thought we could just come and pick it up later and put it in the fridge for tomorrow or something.
So you're taking advantage of me. Is that it?
No, that's not it. I just wasn't really thinking. I'm really sorry.
You really shouldn't be so inconsiderate towards your poor mother-in-law, you know.
Yes, I understand that I'm in the wrong, and I'm really sorry for that.
Well, I don't need your apologies. I'll go and share the chicken with the pharmacist downstairs and all the other neighbors. This really is infuriating. I'm not just going to let her off the hook for this. Oh, it looks like it's raining today, honey.
Oh, it's raining? Oh, it really is. It's coming down pretty hard. Today is the perfect lazy Saturday. I could just curl up with a book on the couch and watch the raindrops fall, cup of hot cocoa in hand, and then we could take a nice afternoon nap.
I certainly slept well enough last night, so I, for one, don't really feel like taking a nap. Are you hungry?
Well, I had a pretty carb-heavy lunch, so I'm not quite sure if I'm hungry yet.
Wouldn't it be nice to go out and get some clam chowder today?
Clam chowder? Where should we go?
Where else? That fancy deli-style place in the city center. The one near the bank.
It would be really nice to have a really good creamy soup on a day like this.
So you agree it's a good idea to go there for an early dinner?
Okay.
It's not too far either, so we can walk there with our umbrellas and get a taxi back so we can have a beer or two as well.
That sounds really nice, actually. I'm starting to reminisce about our dates before we got married.
We haven't been there for a while. My mouth is already watering thinking of that soup. And those dinner rolls with bacon in them. I love those. Hey, you said you got paid your bonus yesterday, didn't you?
Ah, I see what you're trying to do here.
So, it's on you today, right?
Fine. I can pick up the bill today. I do like to be able to treat you every once in a while. Go on then. Hurry up and get your coat on and fetch the umbrellas. Now I'm crazy hungry all of a sudden. I'm going to stuff my face tonight.
I'm not just going to stuff my face. I'm going to eat until I pass out since they give free refills of the bread basket.
I can already feel my energy coming back to me, and I haven't started eating yet.
All you need is a little bit of good food to bring you back to life. I'm just going to hop in the shower really quickly because I need to wash my hair. I'll be done in 10 minutes or so.
Okay, I'll be waiting. Oh, no. Why does this text notification feel ominous?
Hi, Charlotte! As it's raining so much today, I decided to bake a pie to warm you up from the inside. Come upstairs and we can all eat together. We can even play a game of Go Stop together. It is the weekend after all. And what are weekends for but to spend time with family?
She really is too much sometimes. I really need to tell her that sometimes her cooking for us is just burdensome.
What are you calling me for, Charlotte? Why don't you just come straight upstairs?
Well, the thing is…
Hurry up and come on upstairs. I got some sweet snacks ready for when we play Go Stop as well. The pie is going to get cold if you leave it waiting any longer. It smells amazing, if I do say so myself. Can you not smell it down there?
Ivy, I'm sorry, but we can't eat with you today.
Why? Are you out somewhere?
Not yet. We're just on our way out.
Where would you be going on a day like today? Are you running errands or something?
No, we're going on a little weekend date.
But it's raining cats and dogs outside.
The rain is actually what made us want to go out. Both of us enjoy going out in the rain.
But it's dangerous to drive while it's raining. Why on earth would you go out when there's plenty to keep you amused at home?
We're going out to have dinner.
What did you just say?
I don't know why you're so surprised by that. Is there really something weird about a married couple going out to eat in a restaurant on a Saturday evening?
Well, you said you haven't actually left the building yet, have you? So there's still time for you to change your plans and come up and eat with me instead. After all, I've gone to all this effort to make this food for you. Surely it's only polite to come up and share it with me.
Are you forgetting that we're still technically newlyweds? We want to do things just for the two of us sometimes. We want to go out to dinner just the two of us, and we want to eat what the two of us want to eat. We've been spending most weekends at home with you, eating whatever you want to eat whenever you want to eat it. You know, we actually haven't eaten out together at the weekend at all since we got married.
Well, is there anything wrong with that? The food you get outside in restaurants isn't good for you anyway.
Well, sometimes it's nice to be a little naughty when it comes to food. We can't just spend our whole lives eating what's good for us. We need to eat the things we like every now and again as well.
What did you just say? Are you implying that my food is only healthy and not tasty? Well, anyway, I suppose it's not beyond the realms of possibility that you would want to do that. But I don't get why you're so resistant when it's not like I'm asking you to cook or anything like that. You should be grateful that you have a mother-in-law who is willing to cook for you so often.
Well, of course we are grateful. It's just that, to be completely honest, there are times when you constantly cooking for us is more of a burden than anything else.
What? A burden? Well, never in a million years would I have thought that's how you see my cooking.
If you come down here right now, feel free to take a look in our fridge. It's full to bursting with Tupperware containers full of food from you that we haven't been able to eat. Because of your constant bombardment of food, there's no way I can make and eat the food that I want to make and eat.
Well, this is unbelievable! So you just leave everything there shoved in the fridge? I don't really see much food waste trash from you, so I assumed you had been eating it all. Which in turn made me happy that you'd enjoyed it. Which then made me want to make you more food.
Are you saying that you inspect the food waste trash as well as the recycling? That really is a step too far.
Who said I was inspecting it? Just one glance can tell me what is and isn't there.
The fact that you're even looking is a little weird if you ask me.
What's all the fuss about, honey?
I'm on the phone with your mom right now.
I never dreamed that you two would do something like this to me. Well, I suppose you might have something you specifically want to go out and eat. But when you have me just a floor above you, always going out of my way to make food for you, did it not occur to you to invite me out to come and eat with you as well? I don't know why I wasn't the first thing to cross your mind after you decided to go out.
As I said, we are newly married and we would like to spend some time eating out, just the two of us. We barely ever get to spend quality time together because we're both so busy with work. So opportunities like this are precious to us. Can you not respect that sometimes we just want to do things, the two of us?
So now you're complaining that you never get any time together. But answer me this. When have I ever gone down to your house? If I had done that before, I would say that you are perfectly justified in your complaint. But I never have I? I've never tried to intrude on your privacy and force myself in between you or anything like that. I just call you telling you to come up and get the food I made for you.
And that's exactly what makes me feel uncomfortable. It would be fine if you did it every so often, but it's every day at the same time without fail. The two of us cannot possibly get through everything you give us.
Well, that's because you never told me anything about this before. How can you, as a daughter-in-law, show no affection towards your mother-in-law who does so much for you, when I hear that daughters-in-law in other families beg their mothers-in-law for favors? I would love to have the kind of daughter-in-law who would come to me asking me to make this or that for her. That would make me feel so fulfilled.
Something tells me that one day you might just end up with a daughter-in-law like that.
What on earth are you saying? Anyway, I'm going to head downstairs because I think it will be better for us to continue this conversation face to face.
Ivy, please, wait a second.
What's wrong? Did my mom say she was coming down to talk to us?
Yeah, she did. I feel like things are going to get blown out of proportion now. Maybe it would have just been better for me to not say anything at all. What should we do now, honey?
Ivy? Are you all right? Honey, come out here for a second. What's wrong, Mom? Has a thief broken in or something?
It's only 4 p.m. It's still broad daylight outside. Nobody would try to break in at this hour.
You can never be too careful. The phrase daylight robbery exists for a reason.
Just tell us what happened already, Ivy.
These two are clearly out of their minds. I just saw that awful girl Amy wrapped around Kieran, practically licking his face off. Well, Mom, the thing is, Amy and I are, Shut up! I don't want to hear it! It's the middle of the day! People are coming and going to the pharmacy downstairs! Anyone could have seen you! It's disgusting, really! You young people and your public displays of affection! Learn some common decency! It's a bad reflection on me as a mother if the neighbors see my son cavorting like that in the corridor.
Ivy, how about you come to our place for now? Calm down and come in and take a seat on the couch.
Oh, forget it! All of my children have decided to stab me in the back today, it seems.
Kieran, where did Amy go?
She ran off into her house and locked the door after my mom caught us. You come here, Kieran, and you better follow me if you know what's good for you.
Kieran, your brother and I will come up and join you in a second. Are you intending on having a serious relationship with Amy, Kieran? If not, you should be more careful about what you do in the building's public areas.
Well, it's just that she never leaves me alone. Even now, she wouldn't wait until we were inside the apartment and she was biting and sucking on my ear, kissing my neck. I told her that we shouldn't do those sorts of things here, but she wouldn't listen to me. Well, it looks like we won't be getting our clam chowder today, huh, honey?
I think you're right.
Hi, Charlotte. What can I get you?
I'm just here for some vitamins today.
You know, love must be in the air in this apartment complex.
It would seem that way.
First there was you marrying the landlady's oldest son, and now your neighbor is apparently engaged to her youngest son.
Yes, that's how things have turned out.
Honestly, your mother-in-law first insists they get married because they've compromised each other. And then she spends the next 2 weeks depressed in bed saying she doesn't want the marriage to happen. I haven't seen her come outside once since it all happened.
She hasn't been very well recently.
She probably feels like she's been struck with the plague. There's nothing worse than the feeling a mother has when she realizes her son is going to be taken off her by a woman she doesn't like. Even though Miss Amy seems very cheerful, good-natured, and full of life.
Yes, she is a nice girl.
I am missing the snacks your mother-in-law would always bring, though. So I hope she recovers soon.
It seems that Ivy has recovered. She's gone back to calling me at 5:40 p.m. regularly again.
I'm going to come down to you as soon as you get back today.
Ivy, please, you gave us plenty yesterday. We really don't need any more food.
Don't be ridiculous. There was barely anything in the container I gave you yesterday.
Ugh, why am I feeling so sluggish all of a sudden? I need to go to the market and get some food later, and I also need to go to the dry cleaners. I'm busy today, and I really don't have time for her. Hello?
Oh, hi there. If it isn't Charlotte from Cupid Villas. What'll it be?
What I always get. 2 pounds of chicken and a pound of shrimp, please.
By the way, you really shouldn't act like that, you know. Why do you have to be so mean?
What are you talking about?
So you have time to buy ingredients to cook for yourself with, but you don't have time to eat the homemade stew your mother-in-law slaved over for you?
I don't quite follow.
You really shouldn't be so wasteful when it comes to good food, you know. I heard you just threw it out, and she used such high-quality mushrooms as well.
Well, the thing is, well, there was some stew that had been in the fridge for a while, so I had no choice but to throw it out. I didn't realize that there were fancy mushrooms in there.
Oh dear. Excuses, excuses. When your mother-in-law goes to all that effort to make homemade food for you like that, you should say thank you and eat the whole thing up straight away while it's fresh. But instead you leave it in the fridge, forget about it for so long that you have to end up throwing it out. If you were my daughter-in-law, I would give you a piece of my mind, I'm telling you. You really shouldn't act like this towards your in-laws. It won't do you any good.
Do I really have to get berated like this at the market as well? Hi there. Can I please leave you these shirts of my husband's for dry cleaning, please? It's you. The lady from Cupid Villas. You really didn't look like that kind of person, but I guess you never should judge a book by its cover. Excuse me, what? Your mother-in-law came in here the other day crying her eyes out because of you, you know. My mother-in-law was in here crying? If you don't like her food, you can at least be discreet about it. There was no need to hurt her feelings like that. And why on earth would you throw out a stew with all those expensive fancy mushrooms in it? I really didn't know about the mushrooms. And then instead of being grateful for everything she does for you, you had the audacity to complain and even yell at her, telling her not to do it. Well, this whole thing is... Honestly, I really didn't have you down as someone who treats lonely older ladies in this way. I'm sorry, but can you please take the shirts? I don't have time to talk, I'm afraid. I'm going to be late.
Seeing how your expression just changed, I hope that means that you've decided to go and apologize to your mother-in-law. Do you have any idea how lucky you are to have her? She's such a nice lady.
Yes, but can you please just take the shirts off me now? The reason my mother-in-law called me that day was exactly what you're thinking. When I got home, I went up to talk to her, and the two of us ended up having a full-blown argument, raising our voices and yelling at each other. Ultimately, I came to see that both my mother-in-law and I were in the wrong about certain points. But at the end of the day, too much attention and giving can indeed become a burden to the other person. If the people doing the giving understood this, living in the world and communicating between people wouldn't be so difficult. That day on my way home, I was scolded by 4 more neighborhood shopkeepers about the way I had treated my mother-in-law and how I had rejected her food. I really didn't know that the stew had fancy mushrooms in it, so I washed it in the sink after it had been in the fridge for 3 weeks, carefully separating and discarding the solids into the compost, not realizing those were the fancy expensive mushrooms. They were the same color as everything else in the stew, so how was I meant to know? Anyway, my husband and I ended up moving out of my mother-in-law's building shortly after that. My husband ended up getting that promotion, and we moved to a different city for his new posting. And his brother and Amy, who is now my sister-in-law, moved into our old apartment together. I knew that I could not bear to live in that apartment building a second longer. I really didn't want to live in a neighborhood where everyone was constantly judging me because of my mother-in-law's gossip. I really think it was very underhanded of my mother-in-law to use her status as one of the most liked people in the neighborhood to turn everyone against me. Hi there. Are you still working even though it's Saturday afternoon?
Oh, hi there, Charlotte. Long time no see. We close early on a Saturday, so it's a slow day today.
I see.
Is it nice living away from your mother-in-law?
Yes, I must admit it is quite nice.
Do you need anything?
I'll just take some of these vitamins. My mother-in-law likes these.
Looks like you've done a lot of shopping today.
Yes, I went and bought all the ingredients my mother-in-law likes to use. I know that she likes to share the food she makes with the people in the neighborhood, so I made sure to buy all the things she normally puts in her dishes.
Oh, I really don't think now is the best time to be giving her these.
Why do you say that?
Your mother-in-law isn't well right now.
She isn't? Why?
Well, why else? Because that sister-in-law of yours has been running her ragged.
Has Amy been causing trouble again?
Well, yesterday she decided to do some golf practice on the roof. Your mother-in-law has some big plant pots up there, and she smashed 2 of them while swinging her golf club. The soil went everywhere, and your mother-in-law spent all afternoon cleaning up the mess.
Oh dear. That is quite the incident.
That's not all, you know. Your sister-in-law doesn't do anything other than mess around with her tarot cards. And apparently she's been asking your mother-in-law to make every single meal for her. Every single day.
Well, that's exactly what my mother-in-law said she wanted in a daughter-in-law. So it's nice to see that her wish has finally come true.
I don't think she ever imagined it would be to this extent.
Can I get 3 or 4 boxes of these vitamins and give me something to help my mother-in-law with her aches and pains as well, please?
Sure thing. That comes to $57. Hi, Charlotte. Oh, my body really does ache all over.
The lady in the pharmacy downstairs did tell me that you weren't too well.
Oh, goodness. That scared the life out of me.
Who was the message from to make you jump like that?
Your sister-in-law just told me she'll be getting home at 6 p.m. today. She said she wants to eat spaghetti bolognese.
It looks like your wish has come true, Ivy.
Is this nothing more than a joke to you? This is no laughing matter.
But you said that you wished you had a daughter-in-law who was always asking you to make this and that for her. I thought you said you were jealous of other mothers-in-law who have daughters-in-law like that.
She messages me every single day saying what time she'll be home and what she wants to eat. I really just want to tell her to stop messaging me and for them to sort out dinner between the 2 of them. But if I say something like that, She brings up the fact that I was always the one to message you first and I was willing to make food for you every day of the week. And then she accuses me of favoritism and starts making a fuss, saying that she knows she's my least favorite daughter-in-law. I'm actually quite scared of her when she makes a fuss, you know.
Well, she never has been good at controlling her emotions, has she? She always expresses herself how she wants, when she wants. Just think about when she was dating Kieran.
She really is like that, isn't she? And on top of that, she's the most practically useless person I know. She has no qualms coming here to eat 3 meals a day because she doesn't even know how to make toast, let alone cook a meal. And she has absolutely no skills whatsoever outside of being athletic. All she's good for is causing trouble. She's too physically strong for her own good. I really don't know why I let them move in down there.
Well, congratulations on having your wish come true, Ivy.
I swear I am so close to snapping. Can you give me some of those vitamins you bought? I'll take some of those, and then I suppose I should go and start preparing dinner for that other daughter-in-law of mine. What time is it?
It's just past 5 p.m.
Oh no, you should have reminded me of the time earlier. I'm not going to have the food ready on time.
If you really don't want to make it, then don't. Tell them to go out and eat dinner in a restaurant.
No, I wouldn't dare. I don't know what she might do if her expectations are changed at the last minute. To protect my household, I need to keep stuffing their mouths constantly. I'm the mother bird and they're my defenseless, but still kind of scary, babies in the nest, and they won't be able to survive if I don't feed them.
She sure does look happy. Be careful what you wish for, Ivy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.